Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another StarCast TV. Today, we've got two great players, Light versus Hero. Of course, Light, the yellow Terran on the bottom left, and Hero as the green Zerg on the top right. Map is Eclipse, and yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing a great game between these two pro gamers. In fact, I think Light right now is the best Terran in the world with Flash in the military. So, yeah, what any thoughts, RoyalBlue?
Yeah, I would say Light, definitely one of the top Terrans, if not the top Terran right now. I think their TVZ is kind of what they've always been known for, also playing like somewhat of a bio style with just really good marine control. So this should be an interesting game or an exciting game.
Yeah, for sure. So, this map, Eclipse, a great map. It's still in the map pool, I think. Yeah, it's really unique, in a sense that it does have, I think in the top left, the double gases, right? So, in the one base. So we'll see if that ever plays into this game, right? Of course, securing that base really can help out either race, of course, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's most viable for the Zerg to get it if they were to rush for that base, and then for the Terran to get it if it's like goes down to the very late game.
Right, for sure. Yeah, and if we go back to these players, going back to the Terran side, we do see a very standard play, right? It was 11 racks, scout coming out. We'll be able to see Heroes build. Heroes opened up with a 12 hatchery. See the exact extractor pool going down to a super standard build coming out for both players right now.
Yeah, we see the SCV making its way into the Zerg base. It's gonna find out the spawning pool timing. And right now it's just a pretty standard game for both players. We see Light expanding behind this, so it's feeling pretty comfortable after scouting this early hatch.
Yeah, and Light actually opting for the 15 CC. This is a bit of a more economical build coming out from Terran. So it would have a little bit of extra minerals. I think it allows you to delay your third depot, I think, due to the fact that the command center will give you a little bit of a supply, right? Definitely a little faster, little bit more marines, a little faster tech, whatever he wants, right? Just from that little bit of economical lead. Now, from a hero side, we do see Lair going down. Again, this is super standard timing, right? 2 links coming out to ward off, or 4 links, excuse me, coming out to ward off the SCV.
Yeah, 4 links coming out, and it looks like kind of drones behind this actually. So just gonna be 4 links to fight the SCV, and we see a wall being constructed by Light on the other side of the map. So these lings are really not going to do any damage to Terran for the time being. Terran actually going up to 2 barracks and getting their gas and their academy. So 2 racks academy play. Looking maybe to do like a stim timing.
Yeah, I do agree with you. It will probably be some kind of two barrack academy play, right? This is all super common, right? If you see over on Hero side of the base, he is going 2 hatch Willis. Super standard play coming out from both players. Obviously, the 3 hatch opening is still around, but it's not as valuable as the 2 hatch or the 2.5 hatch that we now see coming out from Hero, right? Good job on Light, sending another SCV out to scout, but it will be intercepted by Hero's Zergling, so really good on Hero. Will prevent Light from getting a little bit more of that scouting information, which is really crucial. Yeah, we do see scanners coming down right now. Stim packs on the way for Light. And, I just wanted to talk about this wall for a little bit in front of Light's base. In like the older days, which is like maybe like 8 months ago, You really didn't see Terrans really wall up that often during against Zerg, but I mean, just in my opinion, I do see a little bit of a re-emergence of this wall, and I really do like it because it really shuts down any kind of mass Zergling rush all-in kind of play. You know what I mean, right? So
Yeah.
it's another a little bit of a mini evolution or re-evolution, I should say, right? It's not like this is something novel, but like a re-emergence of this kind of tactic. And yeah, now we do see Light pushing out, gonna ward away the Zerglings. See, he will not be making any kind of stim timing, of course, right? I think it's just to push away the Zerglings to the front a bit.
But even this wall, it defends against a counterattack as well. So a Zerg backstab here is not as scary because there is already some Marines behind the barracks. But it looks like Light is not going to push across the map before the Mutalists get out. So they're going to play a little more defensive here. Adding another barracks though. And now getting up their turrets. So they're going up to 4 barracks. This is the issue with having your barracks way out here though, is Mutalists can harass these barracks. So we'll see if Light is able to defend it. But right now the Muta is going right to the Nat Mineral line, actually doing a flyby and being intercepted by these Marines, so they're going to take some shots here.
Yeah, great play by Light, preempting the path of those Mutalists. I think Hero overstayed his welcome a bit by flying over there, right? It is important to note that Hero has only produced 4 Mutalists. So a little bit of a mind game here. As you can see, the evolution chamber is down, Carapace on the way, so you know what? I think we're gonna see the crazy Zerg.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that. And I wonder how that's going to play into what Light's doing. Light has kind of turreted up, but they're also adding on barracks. So maybe they're going to go for a bust here. It looks like they're moving across the map. There's already 3 Sunkens out, and more drones are moving into position to build Sunkens as well.
Yeah, I think Light realizes what's going down. Scans coming down both on the national and the main. He sees the mass Sunkens. This is a dead giveaway, obviously, right? And yeah, the Queen's Nest being constructed. Hero definitely going for that Crazy Zerg style. And for some of the newer viewers that you might not know what Crazy Zerg is, it's basically when the Zerg tries to rush to Ultralisk off Mutalist, right? And with the 4 barracks coming out from Light, I do think he has a timing, right? Because he'll have so many Marine medic out on the field before the Zerg hits, right?
Well, they've actually added a bunch of Mutas now, and they're getting +1 on the attack for the Mutas. So this might be enough to buy them some time.
Yeah, definitely. I think these Mutalists were made as not desperation, but he had to make these Mutalists, or else he'll just get straight up busted, right? The only thing I don't like about Light's position is that since he did choose to go for like the 4 barracks, and his like factory timing, I guess, was I wouldn't say it was like super delayed, but obviously for a Terran, you want at least 2-1 +2 attack and +1 armor on you before the Ultras come out, right? So he may not be able to hit that timing since Hero went for such a fast Ultralist timing, right? And yeah, nevertheless, the game continues.
Yeah, that's a pretty big miss for Light, not having the upgrade timing as crisp as you'd like. But I think I would take their position still. They have such a favorable map control at this point. And there's not a lot Zerg can do. They can't really take an expansion now. They're going to try to sneak out a drone here to the bottom right. But I think Light should be able to see it coming.
Looks like we have a lot of lings and Mutalists on the map. Will Hero pull the trigger? Will he try to attack? No, that's a wise decision. I think he might be going for like a bit of a... I think he's patrolling the middle to try to catch reinforcements, but Light wisely, waiting until he has a large amount of Marine medic before consolidating his forces. Now we see an engagement. Mutalists getting on top of the Marines, but there's too many Marines, or is there?
That was actually really nice. As you were saying, like cutting off one group of Marines before the other group got to reinforce it, and actually taking a pretty favorable engage. Like, they lost maybe a couple Mutas. They lost a lot of Lings, but that's about as good as you're going to see Mutas trade against Marines, I think.
Great job by Hero. Yeah, definitely worth it from Hero.
Still though, they're gonna lose this third base. This hatch, like not even halfway finished, is gonna get canceled. Yeah, they do have a decent timing here. Maybe they've gone actually for defilers and ultralists, but they only have these 2 gas, and they produce, you know, a decent amount of mutas, so they don't have a very big gas bank right now. They're producing a lot of lings.
Yeah, it looks like Hero maybe trying to finish off this other group of Marine medic. I mean, I can't stress how important it was that Hero won that first fight.
Yeah.
Imagine if those 2 groups of Marine medics consolidated. He would have had enough to bust the front. So, okay, we see the attack here. Lings coming in. Ooh, pull back. Dead bodies of Zerglings litter in the front.
Yeah, that was
Nice play by Light.
That was not a good spot to engage. I think they were too close to the edge there, so now they've tried to fight, maybe make a counterattack here, and they're engaging with some fire bats, which clean up a lot of the Zerglings. But there's no irradiate just yet, so these mutas do get to escape and, you know, live to fight another day. Zerg is now getting a third base up at 12 o'clock. I think it's going to be a little too late, and we see now Light is making a big move out over there with a big group of Marine Medic and these 2 science vessels, which now do have irradiate.
Yeah, in Terran versus Zerg, it is so critical for the Zerg to get that third gas, and so critical for Terran to keep the Zerg off the third gas, right? Oh, Dark Swarm comes out.
Yeah, Darkswarm and Zergling, so not as good a combo as Darkswarm and Lurker, but still a pretty formidable combo, and they are going to just camp on top of this ramp and get a Nidus up there. So Zerg, you know, theoretically could expand this way. They do not have a Hydra Den even, so there's not going to be any Lurkers out, but they do have Darkswarm already and Ultralisk.
Yeah, Light not getting a few fire bats. If he only had a few fire bats, he would have been able to bust up that third. But
yeah, actually the fire bats were killed already.
Ah, okay, I see. So, yeah, great play by Hero though to pull it off. Hero losing a bunch of his mutalisks though at Light's front. Not really good, but you know, to look on the bright side of things, the mutalisks did do their job, right? Hero has now successfully teched up to Ultralisk, right?
Yeah, they haven't really saturated this third base. They have taken the gas there, which is going to be, you know, crucial, but still, like, I would say they're behind still. They do have a tenuous hold on this third base, but it's not really, like, well defended the way their Nat is. So I think Light's just going to push on up here. There is one irradiated Ultra, but how long is that going to hold on for? You need some kind of, like, static D as well. I think if there were Sunkens on this ramp, it might be different. We see some Sunkens going down.
Yeah, crucially, Hero's one Defiler actually got irradiated at the natural, so it was not okay. Good. He just got another one, so good time. This Dark Swarm, I think, will be enough to hold off these Marine medics. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, it looked really tense there. Since he lost his Defiler there, the Marine medic could have pushed up. But with the Defiler out, with another Defiler out, he will be able to hold that third, right?
Yeah, so Hero is still alive, right? But I don't like their position here. I think they were just barely holding on to that third base by the looks of it.
Lance Vessel's out for blood, getting one irradiate. Other Defiler managing to escape into the third. Brunei's for now.
And Zerg is trying to move over here to the top left, but it looks like they get picked off, so there's nowhere left for Zerg to really expand to at this time, I think. And we see Terrans taking their third base, and they've got all these science vessels out, which are just irradiating everything right now. Taking out all these ultras.
Good Defiler control at least though, like immediately popping the Defilers into the Natus canal when he sees the vessel time, right? Even them alive.
Yeah, the vessel just gets right over there though, and unfortunately it gets that Defiler as well, so there's only one left.
Yeah, Light macroing up a huge army, huge storm. I really do think he has the advantage still. Good play by Hero. You can see, a little bit of play going down on these Marines. Will soften them up a bit. But it feels like Hero is really against the ropes, right? Okay, now we see the big attack, the big bust on the front.
Yeah, some ultras coming from behind to maybe flank, and a Dark Swarm could be critical here. The Marines getting on top of these Sunkens and actually taking out that Nidus, which is going to be a big pickup. And the last Ultralists are being focused down, but the Sunkens are still remaining. So I think for the time being, Hero has held this one here.
Yeah, it's important to note that Light's 2-2 has been done for a while now, so he can fight these Ultralists efficiently, right?
Mm-hmm.
See the good old Eraser coming out at the National Desert. Radiant Vessel gonna fly across those drones. Good reaction by Hero, but with the 9 is dead. I mean, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Light wasn't really paying attention, but good pull, good drone pull for sure.
Yeah, there's also a Eraser going on at the third base. And here comes the bust at the net, and I think this is going to do it. All the Sunkens go down.
GG held by Hero.
Alright, well that does it for our cast of this game between our two players, Hero and Light. But we hope to see you all in the next video. And thank you all for watching.